Welcome to Capitol Reef National Park, where towering cliffs meet lush orchards in a stunning desert oasis. Today, we step back in time to explore the Gifford Homestead, a place where frontier resilience and pioneer spirit still echo through the orchards and rock walls. And stay tuned, because we'll hear directly from Dewey Gifford himself about life on this remote Utah farm. Wallace Stegner once described Fruita as a sudden, intensely green little valley among the cliffs of the Water Pocket Fold. A fitting description for this 200-acre rural district now preserved as a testament to early Mormon settlement. Built in 1908 by Calvin Pendleton, this modest farmhouse has stood witness to over 60 years of farming history. Imagine a time when water was carried from the Fremont River and a two-hole outhouse served the entire family. Pendleton's vision was carried forward by the Jorgensen family and later by Dewey Gifford, whose family lived here for over 41 years. But don't take it from me, why don't we hear from Dewey himself about the daily grind and the joy of the farm life at Capitol Reef.
My name is Dewey Gifford, and I was a farmer and rancher in Fruita from 1928 until 1969. For much of that time, we had no running water, electricity, or telephone. There was little cash to be had from farming, so I had to be away when I was young. I worked on the state road, herded sheep, and ran cattle in the South Desert. But the most pleasant memories I have were those of family, farming, and friends here in Fruita. Until 1940, we used all teams and horse-drawn implements, mostly for growing and cutting alfalfa for animal feed.
The Giffords lived off the land, raising dairy cows, hogs, and sheep. Their garden yielded everything from potatoes to watermelons, and they preserved for the winter in a root cellar. Imagine tending these orchards under the harsh Utah desert sun. Seems like kind of an oxymoron. In 1948, electricity finally reached the homestead, but the pioneer lifestyle still endured. Dewey Gifford even worked with the National Park Service to make ends meet, yet he fondly called Fruita his paradise.
The orchards, of course, took a lot of work, but we had beautiful fruit: apricots, peaches, pears, apples, plums, and cherries. We trucked a lot of it out of Fruita for cash sale or traded for grain with other farmers near Low and Lima. All my children were raised here and attended the one-room school. Life wasn't much different from 1880, when pioneers first settled here. You had to be very self-sufficient to make it. Most everybody here had been raised as Latter-day Saints, but some weren't very active. We held Sunday school over in the schoolhouse. The 8 or so families here got along pretty good, considering the isolation. Oh, we didn't agree on everything. I remember Cass Mulford supported Hoover, while I was a Roosevelt man myself. Both men and women worked hard here, but we took time to play. Our family enjoyed high country hunts and fishing. The women quilted. We read a lot in the winter and enjoyed baseball in the summer. We saw few travelers here until after 1937, when the park came. Most were cattlemen and sheep herders. There were huge herds of sheep trailing through Fruita in those days. For me, Fruita was paradise. I will never forget it.
And after visiting Capitol Reef and seeing this slice of land, you understand what he meant by paradise. Today, this farmhouse is a cultural demonstration site. It offers a glimpse into the early 20th century farm life. Visitors can browse the handmade quilts, candles, and even, yes, savor a piece of homemade pie. And if you come here, you have to have some pie. I'm pretty sure it's a requirement. But how did we preserve this, and how did it come into the National Park Service hands? The Gifford family sold their land to the National Park Service in 1969, making the end of Fruita as a farming community. But because of this, their legacy lives on. inviting us to pause and reflect on the grit and grace of those who came before us to make this wonderful place. Thanks for joining me on this journey through time. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed this glimpse into the historic Fruita's past. And remember, every trail has a story. Let's keep on exploring them together. Until next time, keep adventuring.